The time we invite the artists that we wanted to meet up in a studio, meet you up. And today we're going to be joined by the charismatic Idol member, the rapper, and leader of the global girl group BLACKSWAN. Fatou, welcome!
Woo! Hello, everybody.
Yeah,
it's your girl.
Yeah.
BLACKSWAN's Fatou back in the studio.
Yeah. Seems like a lot of people are like excited to have you in this studio. Speaking a lot about your album, actually, Shoenaze Moore says, "Love your album, Fatou. All right is my favorite," and a lot of other comments like fire emojis. Anyway, how have you been? The last time we met about was like a month or two, I guess.
I've been great.
Yeah.
Busy.
Okay.
With new projects that are gonna come up soon, which I cannot say anything
Again?
about. Yes.
I mean, you just released your solo album, and again.
Yeah. But I like this. I like being busy. You know.
Okay.
I like.
Wait, so how do you
process.
keep yourself busy if you don't have like an official schedule?
If I don't have an official schedule, I just like search for like some beats.
Okay.
You know, write lyrics.
Wow.
Or just like write like stories or poems.
Yeah.
I'm really bad at writing poems.
Yeah.
But anyways, it's fun. Also watching like TV reality shows. Do you know The Tudors?
No. What's that about?
It's about Henry VIII or something.
Okay.
And his six
Sounds
wives.
interesting.
And I've been watching that. It's very interesting.
Okay.
Really,
The Tudor?
Yeah, The Tudors.
From which country?
It's from England, I think.
Okay. So, yeah, it's a documentary, I guess.
Yeah, kind of like a drama documentary type of thing. Yeah,
Thank
it's
you
really
so much
fun.
for sharing.
No
well, you know
problem.
what? Since you spoke about a documentary, I would want to recommend you a documentary called Rust to Riches.
Okay.
It's on this net and streaming platform, and it has 5 seasons in total. And that's my favorite show. You gotta start watching if you need something to kill your time when you got nothing to do.
Okay. What's the name?
Rust to Riches.
Rust to Riches.
Yep.
Okay, I'll check that out.
Anyway, since it's winter, the weather's getting extremely cold and all that. So what do you think are some of the pros and cons about winter in South Korea?
In my opinion, there are only cons during winter because no, I don't like the cold. You know what I'm saying? I don't like the cold. It's too cold. I cannot show off my outfit I have on because you have to have a long padding on every single time.
Right.
And it's just like, it's cold. But I guess a pro would be like a white Christmas if it snows on Christmas. Like it's fun.
Right.
It's fun. Like I like that.
Speaking of snow, it snowed a couple days ago. Did you see that?
No.
It snowed heavily.
Everyone was talking about it. I was like, what? I did not see anything.
Oh my God. I can tell you've been working so hard. You've been basically stuck in the studio though, right?
Yep. I don't know what's going on.
Wow. Anyway, I cannot wait to speak about your album, but after going through a couple of questions.
Yeah.
So comparing yourself to who you were back in the days when you just made debut as a novice artist in this industry and who you are now, what changed majorly?
The biggest change would be my self-esteem and my confidence and my knowledge of musicality, producing, writing. It's like I don't even recognize myself back from it's been 3 years, but I cannot even recognize that girl anymore. I'm like, wow. Like the growth. Yeah. I'm very thankful for the growth that I've been having.
Okay. What about your parents? What did they tell you?
When I just started?
Yeah. No. Right now.
Right now?
Looking at you right now.
So proud. I called with my mom last week.
Okay.
And we're talking about the music and everything that came out. She's like, oh, it's so good. I've been listening to it on repeat every single day. She sent it to her coworkers.
Okay.
Listen to my daughter. Yo, my daughter just had a new album. Listen to it. She's been bragging around town.
Wow. I mean, obviously she's a parent and that's not it. You're also an amazing musician too. So
thank you so much.
Does she promote your recent album too?
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. What did she tell you about your recent album?
She was like, I like that you've been so real on this on this project, and she's just just proud you know how parents are.
Wow. Okay, thank you so much. And you know what? During the first half, I mean, we talked mainly about food to eat during winter.
Yeah.
So let me make a little bit of plot twist here. So what kind of Korean food is good to eat while listening to your album?
Ooh.
This is tricky,
Wait
right?
a second. Wait a second.
Oh my God. Wow, this is hard, huh?
I would say, wait, the
Yeah?
해장 곱창국?
Oh,
you know that, right?
Yeah.
I feel like, yeah, that's like a good vibe, you know what I'm saying? It's like a
Okay.
bit spicy if you add like spices and everything.
Yeah.
It's like a bit, hot. It keeps you warm
Yeah?
and it's fun to eat.
True. I mean,
Yeah.
we are gonna talk about your album real soon, but I guess that album contains all the elements you just mentioned. Well balanced in terms of sound, rap-wise, it's so fun to listen to, especially track
you.
number 3. I mean, wow, I really wanna talk about it, but before we move on,
Yes.
you know what? I'm just gonna ask you a general question.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do on Christmas?
On Christmas,
Yeah.
I am gonna eat dinner with the members.
Okay.
Probably.
Mhm.
And yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, and just like chill out, you know what I'm saying? Not go outside because
Okay.
it's cold.
Okay, thank you so much for sharing. Anyway, you know what? Shall we talk about your album? I really want to put a lot of time in this.
Let's get it.
Okay, so tell us about your album. What's the name of it?
The name is letter 1, Adaeh.
Okay, so what's that album's name about?
The album's name, Adaeh,
Yeah.
means chosen one.
Okay.
And when I chose that album, the name of the album,
Uh-huh.
it was because I felt like it suited the overall
Yeah.
theme of
Okay.
like the songs,
Wow.
as because the album goes like really deep into how like my mental health, how like I was
Okay.
feeling and everything.
Okay.
It's quite a
Yeah.
dark
Mm-hmm.
like EP.
Yeah.
And chosen ones, usually their lives are like the up and downs are crazy, right?
Right.
So I was like, you know what? Oh, I feel like that's very fitting because
Yeah.
I have my seat already.
Okay.
No matter what anyone says, I already have this seat. But
Right.
there's always going to be up and downs. You know what I'm
True.
saying? So yeah, that's why I chose that.
It's like a destination. It's like you guys are destined to live a life like that as
Yeah.
pioneers in a certain industry. Anyway, about the album cover too, though, it reminded me of some of the early days Erykah Badu or all sorts of neo soul artists from way back, like contain the old school vibe and also some new school vibe. I really love that cover. Tell us about it.
Thank you.
Yeah?
So when we were talking about like the shoot,
Yeah.
and they asked me like, what would you like? Like, can you like give us ideas, concept?
Yeah.
What do you want your hair to look like?
Yeah.
Your outfit and everything. I was like, you know what? I just want to go back to my roots,
Okay.
to be like very real and
Wow.
just very raw and authentic.
Okay.
And yeah, so I put this look together and then I showed it to the company. They were like, oh yeah, let's go with this. And they did an amazing job.
Wow.
Yeah,
I
they
mean,
did an amazing
behind you,
job.
you're the mastermind of all that, though, right?
You can say that, but without the company, it wouldn't
Yeah.
have come alive. So
Wow, interesting. Anyway, not only as a performer on track, you also participated in this album as producer, lyricist, and a melody writer yourself too.
Yes.
So, which part did you take care of the most?
the lyrics, like
Yeah.
all of the lyrics were written by me.
Yeah.
Every single word you hear
Yeah.
came out of here.
Wow.
Yours truly, because I don't ever want to put out a solo work that does not come from here or here.
I mean, no wonder it sounded so genuine,
Yeah, that's
so sincere.
thank
Yeah?
you. That's what I wanted.
Yeah.
I just wanted to always be real. So yeah.
Okay. I mean, this could be an obvious question, but where do you drag your inspirations from?
From real life situations.
Yeah?
While I was writing this, I thought about the last year I had like a very, very rough patch. Like 2-3 months I was just not feeling life at all.
Okay.
And it's during those 3 months that I wrote the tracks.
Okay.
Like just when I got like an extreme emotion, I was like, okay, Fatou, you have to write this now. Write this down. Because it's also like very therapeutic. Like you can let it out
Right.
like that. So that's just what I did. Every
Wow.
time I felt like extreme anger, right.
Wow.
Extreme sadness, right.
Wow.
Just that's how.
Well, I'm actually a little curious about your recording process too, is because you say you let it out, all those emotions you felt at that time in the past, but how do you bring it back to life when you record?
It's actually pretty easy for me.
Is it?
Yeah. I just have to, because when something like traumatic happens, like when you think back, like you can feel the emotions like in real time. You're
Right.
like, oh my God, yeah, it was like this, it was like this, and then it's just like you just let it out.
Wow, interesting. Anyway, shall we go through each and every one of the tracks included in that album?
Yes.
What's track number 1?
Track number 1 is The Other Side.
Ooh.
And I wrote this on a night. All of these tracks actually I wrote at night.
Yeah?
I wrote it at a night when I was like I felt so helpless, so sad, and so just, I was just, as I said, not feeling life. I was having dark thoughts. My emotions were all over the place. And that's when I wrote The Other Side. Like, it's like what you see on the screen.
Yeah.
It's not always like that, you know.
Right.
It's like the other side, like at night in my bed, alone. That's this song, basically, what I was feeling.
Well, I'm not going to dive too deep into the messages of this song, but I think you chose a perfect song to open up your album is because beat was crazy. I use the word dope, and the way you float on top of it.
Thank you.
I mean, it's nothing like I've seen a person from this industry who could pull off a performance like that.
Oh.
I mean, did you have like a director when you were recording, or did you do it all by yourself?
I had my friend, the Linon.
Yeah.
Hey, my boy.
Hey.
He made all of the beats. Produced all of the beats. Like, I would just tell him, like, oh, I want this vibe, this sound, this mood. Please make something like this.
Yeah.
And he would just do it. And it was just the two of us when we were recording.
Yeah.
So.
Wow.
Yeah. It was just like.
That's so cool. But what's more surprising is, of course, him as the musician who worked on the track. He should be able to come up with these sounds that you order. But the amount of insight you have put into this album was what surprised me even more. And I gotta say, it sounds slightly different. I mean, we're gonna get to that later. But what's track number 2?
Track number 2 is a title track.
Yeah.
And it's titled Devil Made the Deal for Me.
Okay.
Now, this track I wrote when I was extremely angry.
Okay.
Extremely sad.
Oh.
Kind of depressed.
Okay.
But yeah, just listen to the lyrics.
Okay. And what about number 3?
Adaeh.
Yeah.
Fan's favorite. I'm surprised.
Yeah. Well, this is my favorite too. Tell us about it.
This one is a trap, hip hop.
Yeah.
Sound. And I just one day I felt like this burst of confidence, and I was like, you know what, you're not about to play with me, bruh. Come on. And I was just like, you know what, that's why I opened it with like the first line was like, what did I tell you? Don't make me get serious. I was like, okay, you got me serious. Okay, let's fight through the pen.
Wow, that's cool. Anyway, moving on to the next one. What's it?
Me, Myself, and I.
Oh, what's the song about?
It's about the title, Me, Myself, and I.
Okay.
After like every up and down, like I just realized that I always had myself, like my back. I always was there with me throughout all of these up and downs. And at one point, you know what? It gets low. Okay. But I always was able to build myself up. So I was like, that's why I wrote that. Me, Myself, and I.
What about the last song? Why did you choose this song to be the outro of this album?
Because how we started, it was dark. It got darker. Yeah. Angry, confident. Yeah. Then realizing, okay, I have myself, and now I'm calm. Okay. Like, okay. Now I realize doesn't matter how much up and downs I go through. Yeah. I always know I always come out of it on the other side. Always better. Always growth, always with more mature mindset. So that's why I wrote that. All right.
So I guess after all those realizations in your life, you reached a certain level of being a grandmaster. I guess.
Nah, I just like, I was like, it's all right.
Okay.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
It's life.
Anyway, you were like most of the part, like even for the ones who's familiar with BLACKSWAN's existence, you were more known as the rapper, right?
Yes.
But throughout this album, you flexed your ability as a singer too.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your thought on that? How would you rate your skills, singing skills?
Still not where I want them to be, but because I've been receiving vocal lessons for the last 2 years, I was like, you know what? Let me dabble into something new.
Okay.
And let me try that on Afrobeats.
Okay.
And it was fun. It was fun.
Okay, I mean, I gotta say, those were flawless, to be honest.
Oh, thank you.
Anyway, what did you take care of the most when you were recording, by the way?
The melodies, the songs, like the vocal
I'm talking
parts?
about like the other technical sides.
Oh, I just focused on the emotions, like the rawness, the heart. That's what I was always thinking. Think about how you felt when writing this. Think about the emotions. That was like the biggest thing I always focused on.
Wow.
The only thing I focused on.
Okay. So how long did it take for you to record the entire thing?
I think it took about 1 week.
What?
Like basically like 2 to 3 days, but like in general, like 1 week, basically, yeah.
Wow. So you finished that up in such a short period of time then. Impressive.
Recording, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, let's talk about the music video too. Walk us through. How many music videos you got?
We got 5.
Yeah.
A music video for each track.
Yeah.
And I love, the thing is, me and our camera director, we sat together and I just threw him a few ideas here and there, and he made this whole storyboard. Like, oh, how about we start here. And I was like, oh yeah, that's very good. Now we can do this. It was such a genuine come together. It was so fun just doing this together with him.
Wow.
Like,
interesting.
wow.
So do the music videos connected to each other?
Yes.
I guess?
Yes.
So in which order? How should you watch the videos? From track number 2 to 5?
No. The other side, Devil, Me, Myself, and I, all right. Adaeh, Me, Myself, and I, and all right. Just like the track list.
Okay.
It's the same like that.
Okay. So refer to her channel if you guys missed out on the music video part. And for now, we're about to have a listen to one of the tracks, and she's going to perform it live, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Prepare for your live session. Take a sip of the water. Anyway, while we wait, guys, while you guys have a listen to her live performance, do not forget to share your opinions about it through YouTube live chat. 보고 계시는 한국 분들이 계시다면 꼭 감상평 유튜브에 많이 남겨주세요. Are you ready?
I am.
Okay, let's have a listen to it. This is Devil Made a Deal for Me by Fatou.
Yes, yes. If I die, would you cry for me? If I hurt, would you feel for me? If I'm lost, would you look for me? Feeling everything and nothing's ever real for me. Always gotta learn a lesson, devil made the nothing changing. I'm stuck in time, got me thinking, what's in the line? Now it's getting hard to breathe. Help me up, I'm suffocated, but not feeling the air might be the truth. With no air, there's no pain, yeah, no name. Feel like I'm going insane, it's okay. Everything will kill you slowly. Hey, better data getting lonely. Hey, nah, listen, might be a dead soul in the living body. Ain't hard to understand, you just gotta hear me. Only getting blamed for saving myself, but no one really cares. All they see is numbers. Nah, no one really cares. Nah, no one understands. Hey, I don't understand. Nah, but listen, the misery on my mind I've been feeling all the time. If only I could tell you what's going on inside. But even before your eyes, I just know what you decide. You'll choose to run away, you'll choose to find a way, not knowing what to say. But I understand you ain't the one to blame. If I was you, I'm pretty sure I would've done the same. An easy and decided to read just for my family's sake. Guess end up knowing they will suffer just for my mistake. Just keep the act together, they won't ever know it's fake. Oh, what you know is over me, huh? But they reveal the snakes. Nah, listen, if I die, would you cry for me? If I hurt, would you feel for me? If I'm lost, would you look for me? Feeling everything and nothing's ever real for me. Always gotta learn a lesson, devil made the deal for me. Said devil made the deal for me. Devil made the deal for me. Yeah, devil made the deal for me. I pray my sins will bury me after all. Trying my best and trying to have it all. Something went wrong cause I'm not feeling it all. Standing in front of the mirror hoping not to fall. Ain't hard to understand, you just gotta hear me. Only getting blamed for saving myself, but no one really cares. All they see is numbers. No one really cares. All they see is numbers. If I die, would you cry for me? If I hurt, would you feel for me? If I'm lost, would you look for me? Feeling everything and nothing, but hey, devil made the deal for me.
Yay! That was Devil Made the Deal for Me by Fatou. That was live, by the way. Anyway, you know what? I want to say one thing.
Yeah.
Our country is blessed to have a figure like you.
Oh, my God.
I really enjoy that. And I
Thank
couldn't
you so
believe
much.
hearing your live right next to you. Anyway, shall we go through some of the reactions on YouTube live chat? Do you want to cover any on the chat room?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Da-da-da. Hearts.
Yeah.
8. Thank you.
Yeah.
Divine. Thank you.
Ooh.
Oh, I think there's an element of European style in here.
Oh.
Is there?
Did you intend that?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Hope Leon will produce for BLACKSWAN in the future. Yes, bruh. I've been trying to get him to do that.
True. Anyway, how would you like differentiate your solo activity from being a member of BLACKSWAN musically?
Musically, BLACKSWAN is a more censored Fatou, just like a more just BLACKSWAN's Fatou.
Yeah.
Like it fits the groups. It's like the dynamics between the four of us, the sound of our voices. It's very more fitted for like idol style.
Yeah.
And solo Fatou is more real. I don't put any wall between me and the listener.
Okay.
What you hear is what you get. What you see is what you get. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. Anyway, the rest of the album, you guys have to listen to it on your own using your favorite streaming platform. And since we spoke briefly about our musical journey, we now are going to move on to, well, word card interview.
Oh, yes.
Well, you know the drill. You have to fill in the blanks, right? Okay, so the first question. My favorite time is blah, blah.
My favorite time is nighttime.
Okay, we're going to come back to it later. Moving on to the second one. On Christmas, I will blah, blah.
On Christmas, I will eat dinner with the members, call my family, and then go live with Lumina.
Okay. Eat dinner, call family, go live with Lumina.
Yes.
Okay, we're going to come back to it. And the third one. The happiest time in my life was blah, blah.
The happiest time of my life was seeing my mom after 2 years and whenever I work with music.
Okay.
Yes.
The next one. One thing I definitely want to do in the coming year 2024 is blah, blah.
Is learn how to make beats.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
Because, yes. I have to do that.
Wow. All right, moving on to the next one. My strengths are blah and my weaknesses are blah.
My strengths are I never give up. I'm very driven and I'm a confident person. My weaknesses are wanting to do everything perfect and I'm impatient.
Okay. This is interesting, actually. We're going to come back to it.
Yeah.
If I were to become Santa Claus, I would want to give blah as a gift to blah.
I would like to give love and happiness to my mom.
Aw, such a heartwarming answer. All right, the next one is the phrase that always empowers me when I'm down is blah, blah.
I have two, actually. The first one is, you are Fatou. The second one is, this too shall pass.
Wow. Okay, the last one. To the fans who love my music, I want to say blah, blah.
Thank you and love you always.
Okay.
You're always in my heart.
Yay. Anyway, let's go back to question number 1. My favorite time is nighttime, you said.
Yes.
What do you do during nighttime?
During nighttime, I feel like my brain juices just work better.
All right.
Like I think more because I'm truly awake at night, you know? During the day, I'm like, okay, let's get this started, okay?
Yeah.
It's like, you gotta, start up the motor and everything and like let it heat. And when it's like really heated, like, okay, let's go. Okay. And I just like watching the moon. I love the moon. Okay. So nighttime is just my vibe. I like it's dark. I can see the stars. I can see the lights better of like the buildings and everything. It's just a very peaceful time for me.
And I assume you tend to get more emotional during the nighttime?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yes, for sure.
Okay. But emotional in a good way though, right?
Good and bad.
Okay, interesting. All right, anyway, let's move on to the next one. On Christmas, you're going to be eating dinner, call family, go live with Lumina.
Yes.
What are you going to be eating?
Probably Yankochi. Because
again,
I'm going to tell you about a Yankochi place near our dorm. It's like literally 2 minutes.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Okay.
I actually have the phone number of the owner. Yeah. She was like, you know what? Whenever like the doors are closed and you guys want to eat jankochi, just call me. I was like, okay, thank you.
No
Yes.
way.
We got so close with the owner.
Wait, so what happened in the first place? Did she recognize you or?
No, we just like it was like 4 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah.
And we were hungry, me and Envy.
Yeah.
And we were like, you know, should we like look around for like if there's something open? And the yankochi place is like literally open till like 5 a.m. in the morning.
Okay.
So we went there.
Yeah.
We ate yankochi. It
Yeah.
was so good. It was so cheap.
Yeah.
So we were like, since then we've been there every single week. Sometimes like 3 times a week. Just
What?
like, yeah.
Wow, I should hit that place.
It's really good.
Anyway, calling your family to whom exactly?
My mother and my 2 little brothers and love my best friend who I see as a family for me because it's Christmas, you know?
Okay.
Yeah.
And about the live session with Lumina, can we expect anything special from that session?
It's just gonna be like a Christmas live session, like, you know, just like spend time together too because we're family too. Like,
Come on, spill the tea a little bit more. I can tell you're preparing something special for that event, no?
I don't know.
Well, you'll see.
You'll see.
Anyway, let's move on to the next one. The happiest time in my life was seeing my mom after 3 years. 2 years.
Yep.
And work with music.
Yeah.
So, was your mom here?
Yeah. No. My mom, it was back when she moved to Belgium, like officially.
Okay.
I was 10 when she left, and then when I was 12, I finally moved to go join my family over there, and I was like, so happy.
Okay.
So happy.
Wait, so what did you do with your mom then?
With my mom, I was just cried the whole day.
Really?
Just cried. I was like, oh, I miss you so much.
Okay. I mean, no wonder you've been away from her like several years. So
Yeah.
So if you were to meet up with her again in the close future, then what would you do?
I would want I'm sorry, I'm gonna make you work, Mom, but I need your home cooked meal. I miss it so much.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you want to tell us about your traditional food from your country?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
One of my favorite ones is yassa.
Yassa.
Yes, it's like chicken with a onion sauce. It's spicy, a bit salty with rice, basically.
That sounds great.
It's so good.
So is it kind of like a fried rice in Korea? Or
Yeah.
do they taste similar or?
Yeah, the thing is in Senegal, like it's the same here in Korea. We have always rice with every single meal.
Yeah.
Always.
Okay. Interesting. Anyway, the next one is work with music.
Yes. Whenever I work with music, I'm the happiest because music is my life. Very cliche.
So true.
Very cliche.
Wait, so how do you maintain the love relationship with music? Because musicians, we all know that over the years, they tend to kind of lose love towards music, right?
That too. Yeah. I just try to think for like the first time I fell in love with music, like that feeling, I try to go back into that headset. I'm like, this is what it felt like. Don't lose the first feeling.
Wow.
Don't lose the first memory.
Wow.
That's what I do.
Interesting. You've been keeping that emotion for over a decade then.
Yes.
Wow. That's really admirable.
Thank you very much.
All right, let's move on to your New Year's resolution.
Learn how to make beats.
Okay.
Because at first I wanted to learn how to write my own verses, write my own raps.
Yeah.
I got it. And then I was like, you know what? Let me dabble a little bit into melody. Mm-hmm. I kind of understand it right now. And now I want to learn how to make beats.
Okay.
I always want to make progress.
Beats, I'd say it's a little bit like too wide in terms of range of genre. So like what kind of beats specifically? Do you want to work on those old school stuff that you recently released or the new school trap like ones?
Old school, trap, Afro beats. These are like my top 3.
Okay.
I'm more like jazzy too.
Yeah. I think you're gonna get there easily. I think.
I don't know.
Considering the fact that you directed the entire album, both musically and visually, and the way you finished the album.
Wow.
Yeah. All you need is like sense. All right, let's move on to this next one. My strengths are never give up, driven, and confident.
Yes.
Okay, tell us about that side first.
So for me, I'm very stubborn. Like when I have a goal, there's no way I'm gonna give up before I reach. Like I have to reach it. Like for me, I just don't see another way. Like I have to. Yeah. I have to. But I don't know. So that's like one of my good points. I'm very driven too because, you know, I need ambition. The passion is always there. Yeah. and I'm confident.
Yeah, you have the confidence to back it up, right?
Yeah. So that's great.
Yeah.
Sometimes it wobbles a little bit because I'm human, but hey,
right.
generally I'm confident.
And about the cons?
My cons is wanting to do everything perfect.
Yeah.
Because it's like if I want, it's difficult to explain. Like something is always bugging me no matter what. Like some people see like the good things, especially when it comes to music.
Yeah.
They hear the good things, see the good things on stage, like everything. I'm like, but
Right.
I only see the things I missed, the things that sound wrong.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's a good thing to kind of have.
I guess
but
that's
it's
a
also
burden
bad.
as a perfectionist, I think.
Yeah. Because, I think I'm never really going to be happy with my
Yeah.
skills or sound and everything because I always want to be better and better and better and better and better and better and better.
But there must be at least 1 or 2 times you were completely satisfied with your work, though, right?
Oh, no. There
No?
hasn't been.
Wow.
No, not yet.
That's why you're evolving, I guess, then.
I have to keep evolving. I cannot stop.
Okay. Now, let's switch mood and speak a little bit about you being a Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Well, this is more like a personal Santa Claus for your mom.
Yes.
So, since you couldn't say anything but crying in front of her last time you guys met, do you want to say your warm words to your mom looking at the camera in front of you?
Hello, mother. This is your daughter, Fatou. You've had me 28 years ago, you know what I'm saying? But I hope you know I always love you. I'll always love you. And I miss you extremely. And I hope to see you very soon.
Yay!
Be happy.
Yay! All right. The next one, the phrase that always empowers me when I'm down is "This shall pass."
This shall pass
yeah.
too. These two shall pass.
Yeah.
Because hard times never,
Right.
they're never there forever. You learn, you grow. You can say it's like, a lesson,
Right.
It's self-growth. This too shall pass.
And about the first part?
You're Fatou.
Yeah.
Because something I'm very proud of myself is I've never, given up just because of a hard time.
Right.
And when I remember that, like, you're a strong person, you're like, you're Fatou. You can do this. No matter what. It must be hard. It's hard, but you got this.
Okay.
You got over everything else. You can get over this too.
Well, I don't know if you remember this actually, but we talked about this maintaining our self-confidence or self-esteem. So just to recap for the ones who needs reminder of how to maintain our self-confidence, how would you is there a key or tips you can give them?
Key or tips?
Yeah.
For me, it's just like words of affirmation that I always
Every single morning, wake up.
wake up and just know that this too shall pass. That's this is the only tip I could give you. Like literally, that's life.
Okay, thank you so much. Anyway, before we have a listen to the next song, do you want to say the last words for your fans that you wrote down on the piece of paper?
Lumina, my lovely babes, my honeys, my wives, my husbands, you know what I'm saying? We're like this, like this, like this. So thank you so much for the love and support you've been giving me. The explosive compliments you've been giving me for this EP. I'm happy you could connect to it like heart to heart because that's what I want between us, heart to heart, no fakeness. And I'm so happy that could happen, and I'm always thankful and grateful, and I love you, and I hope to see you soon on stage.
Thank you so much. Anyway, with that, we are gonna have a listen to another track and come back. This is The Other Side by Fatou. Enjoy, guys.
Enjoy.
Wow, you know what? I think I want to just listen to the entire album right now. In order, by the way, guys. Don't just listen to one track, but listen to the album in order. It sounds a lot more amazing if you listen to it that way. Anyway, during the song break, we received several messages, questions from your fans. We're going to cover them one by one, starting with this one from Tasin. What kind of mythical creature do you want as pet? You weren't expecting this, right?
Yeah. I would say a dragon.
Dragon?
Yes.
Okay.
Like, it'd be so nice to just, if you want to, go on a ride, fly, you can just go fly.
Okay.
If you want to roast something, they breathe fire. So you just can roast something, you know what I'm saying? Wow. Also because of Toothless, Toothless, right? He's so cute.
What's a Toothless?
There we go. This is the second Kuromi accident. Toothless, the black dragon with, the big eyes and, the animation, Disney animation.
What?
Oh my god.
Never seen that.
Well, it's cute.
Wait, when's it from?
Where is it from? Disney.
When is it from?
When?
Yeah.
Oh, 15 years ago, maybe 10 years ago.
I should know that thing.
Yeah, 10 years ago, yeah.
But about that dragon part, wouldn't you have a hard time parking that thing whenever you go to a public area?
Now that But it's mythical, so maybe they'll have special dragon parking lots.
Okay, in Sky, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much for asking, Tassina. We're going to move on to this next one from Jenna Robbins. Says, it's so cool to have you in the studio. After making this title song, who did you play it for the first time?
The first time it was... Who was it actually?
Wow, I can't remember.
Oh, Love, my best friend back in Belgium.
Okay.
Yeah. I sent her the file, the lyrics and everything.
Yeah.
And then she was like, okay, keep going. I was like, okay, thank you.
Okay. That the only thing she said?
Yeah. Just keep going.
Okay.
Because it was back then that I was kind of struggling.
Okay.
She was like, oh, you know what? Okay, keep going. Keep going. Yeah, keep writing.
Well, I guess you already have that real friend in life that we need, at least one or two, I guess.
Yes.
Friends who's always there to support you both mentally and well, sometimes in other fields as well. But the thing is, wait, so what about the rest of the tracks though? Does she hear the rest of the tracks too?
Yeah, she heard everything before it came out. She was the first that always heard everything. And I always try to not let my mom listen to like the demo versions. I only wanted to hear like the finished products.
Oh.
You know, I don't know why.
Why?
I don't
It's
know
your
why.
mom though.
Huh?
Why? It's your mom though.
I know, but I want her to just listen to the finished. Like, I don't want her to like listen to like mistakes and everything.
Okay.
And then I also let it hear to my members.
Yeah.
So it's Love, my members.
Yeah.
And then after like the demos were kind of okay. And then I'll let it listen to my company.
Okay. What did your company say?
Oh, like the quality is way better than the first one. I was like, okay, thank you.
Okay.
And then they're like, okay, when do you want to record this? I'm like, oh, I'm just going to talk with it with Leon. So yeah.
Well, I thought this album was really interesting. You being a part of K-pop industry is because some of the lyrics are like considered to be kind of explicit, right?
Yeah.
But the thing is, your label somehow let you release all these, and I think it's really cool.
It is.
So, how did you like build up that kind of tight relationship between you as an artist and your record label?
Thing is,
to let you do whatever you want.
My record label is, they said like whenever I do solo stuff, I should just do it as me, Fatou. Like, not put like any walls, not be like fake or anything.
Yeah.
So they're always very strong on that.
Okay.
So yeah, that's just how they think, and I'm very grateful that they give me this freedom. Thank you.
Yay! All right, moving on to the next one from West. What are the other members' reactions to your solo activities?
Oh, they're always so supportive. They're like, I saw that, I hear that, and then they just show me like tweets, like, yeah, I saw things, yeah, let's do something like that. They're supportive little babies.
Okay.
Thank you.
Wait, so aside from the reactions from your members, you must have saw a lot of feedbacks about this album on social medias, right?
Yeah.
So were there any memorable ones?
I saw one comment on YouTube that on my the Development Deal for Me music video.
Okay.
And that person was like, oh, it seems like she is in my head and she's like writing down what I feel right now. It's literally like my situation right now. And she got emotional and started crying. And then she was like, thank you so much for putting out like this. Like, it's okay to, like, it's good to know that you also felt this way, but now you're fine. So that was something very memorable. Because that was one of my goals. Like, I hope that people also know that I go through this too. I'm a human being too, but now I'm fine.
Okay, interesting. Anyway, aside from those social things on social media, you must have had your own feedback about this album, right?
Yes.
So how would you rate this album from 1 to 10? I mean, since you're a perfectionist, it's obviously not a 10. I would say
6.5.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the reason is?
There's a lot of space for growth. but I am very proud of it too.
Oh, interesting.
Very proud.
Okay. Then what about the second series? Since this is letter 1, there must be letter 2, 3, 4, and so on going on behind the scene, I guess.
Yes. True.
Yeah?
You guessed that right.
Okay.
I'm already working on letter 2, lyrics-wise. I'm already writing. I just don't know what sound I want to go for this time.
So the next album, I assume probably is going to be related, but in a different story to the first album.
Yes.
Okay, interesting. Anyway, let's cover one more from HXIN. Nice to meet you, Fatou. I love your concept. It feels like seeing Fatou. It's even better because it's so cool. Okay. How do you want the people who listen to this album to react to it? Or what's your favorite review of the album? I mean, the second question we already covered. So yeah, how would you like people to feel about this album?
I want them to just feel. I would like to take them on a ride, through different emotions. So I feel like if I can do that, take them to different. I want them to be in my head basically, and feel the emotions.
Yeah,
that's what I want. Please be in my head and feel it.
I mean, I think that's the main good thing about your music. I mean, we all know that looking at the lyric side, you must have gone through a lot of struggles in your life and all that. But just listening to the music, I was actually feeling a lot and excited, to be honest, rather than feeling gloomy or sad and all that. I was actually quite happy. So I guess there's people like me who felt this album to be full of surprises and happiness, while the originator intended this album to be a little bit gloomy. But do you not feel offended at all? Other people feeling happy about this album?
No, not at all. It's because how do I say this? Art is in the eye of the beholder or something like this. I don't know. Yeah. So everyone is gonna feel it in a different way, interpret it in a different way, and I feel like that's the beauty of music. Every single person feels it in a different way. And as long as you feel something when you listen to it, I'm happy.
Okay, thank you so much for your wise words. And unfortunately, it's time for us to wrap up tonight's show already. Do come back with new album, will you?
Of course.
Okay. Anyway, we're gonna say goodbye to all of you with this song by Fatou with All Right and call it a day. Shall we say goodbye all together in 3, 2, 1? Goodbye.